Well, thank you very much, Chris, and welcome back to the Brand Room at the Goshen County Fairgrounds. We are here at the 2024 Goshen County Fair, and we'll be doing live interviews with our local 4-H and FFA participants throughout the week. I believe this afternoon we have Katie and JC. I'll turn it over to Ron Kaufman, my grandfather, an old 4-H agent. He knows quite a bit about this stuff, so he'll be asking the kids about their projects and what they're doing here at the fair.
Thank you, Ryan. We do have JC and Katie here. They're from the Torrington FFA chapter, and I was just reminiscing. I was telling them that we started having girls in FFA in about 1972. And it's probably one of the better things that happened to the FFA program. So we'll start with JC. I brought these girls over because they're running the lemonade stand for the FFA, and we're just going to let them tell you about it and what the funds go for. And I may ask them a few questions. So JC, give us a little background.
Yeah, of course. So we are working the FFA stand with Torrington and Lingle, and it's all the funds and everything goes to the FFA members at convention, at pre-convention for all the speakers to make their way up to convention. It's also for food, and also when we're also at convention, we go and do fun things. So that's also where some of the funds go to celebrate the winners and the people who participated. So yeah.
That state convention is a big deal because you can qualify for national trips. Just tell us some of the things. I think there's trade and sales or that type of thing. What else is there at the state convention, and where was it last year? Or I should say this year.
It's usually at Casper, and some of the events that we've won in previously, like last year, we had our members go for livestock judging. They won our contest in Wyoming and then continued on to nationals and got third overall at nationals. So that was a really big achievement. And then we had sales, which was our girls team actually. They went to nationals 2 years ago and also got third at nationals. So that was a really big accomplishment for them. And Sarah Birdsall has qualified for nationals a lot for speaking, sales, all of the above, and she's just an outstanding member. And so yeah, she's done parliamentary procedure, sales, creed, speaking. She's qualified for nationals and creed, but she went for sales that year. So yeah, we've just had some outstanding members who have qualified for nationals. So yeah.
Yes, and Mr. Groney does a good job with you kids. And he has won a lot of trips for you, seen a lot of country. Where is Nationals?
Nationals is in Indy.
Yeah,
Indianapolis,
okay.
Yep.
So quite a trip.
Yeah.
It costs a lot of money to get there,
Yeah.
especially if you fly.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember driving some of those trips when I used to be in Kansas City. So
Yep.
what's your hours with the lemonade stand?
So usually you have 2 hours either per day, or you can combine it all into 1 4-hour shift. But yeah, it's just 2 hours per member, and you get to choose who you get to work with, and it's just a really good time.
So what projects? Are you showing any projects?
Yes, I'm showing hogs. I show Duroc market hogs. So I showed them here, and then I go on to state and show them in their own Duroc class. And yeah, I showed Duroc hogs, yep.
Okay, so you had to weigh them in this morning. What'd they weigh?
My Duroc weighed 135, and my little sister's hog weighed, you can go ahead and speak, 231.
231. That's good. So you didn't make it with the 135. Is that a feeder
Oh,
class?
I meant 235, excuse me.
Okay, that sounds better.
That's a lot better, yeah.
So, you might be in the same class, so you'll
Yeah.
have to have another FFA member or 4-H member show one.
I have my own hog, and she has her own hog,
Okay,
so we'll be all right.
Yeah. So what grade you in?
I'm a senior in high school.
Okay, so what's your plans after graduation?
I'd really like to go to college for basketball. I'm working on scholarships, playing some travel basketball, getting those all figured out, and then I want to go in to major in biology, and then go further into marine biology. So Yeah.
Quite a dream here and quite a
Yeah.
feat, and I bet she can do it. She has a lot of background, and one thing about FFA kids, they have to be very diligent and very much on time, so they have a lot of work ethics.
Yeah.
So now, is this your sister, Katie?
Yeah, this is my little sister.
Okay, it's your little sister. Okay. I was going to ask you, when you also go to convention, there's a lot more than just the contest itself. Can you give us some other things that might happen?
I've actually never been to state convention. This is my first year in FFA.
Okay, so you're a freshman.
8th grader.
8th grader. Oh, okay. I didn't realize they do it. Do they do 7th and 8th?
Just 8th.
Just 8th. So that's terrific. So do you have a class time then during school?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're showing pigs.
Yes.
Okay. Man, that's kind of noisy out here, isn't it? Well, excuse our interruption with these children in here. But also, I was going to ask you, when you do raise this money, you also have officers or a treasurer, I assume. Mm-hmm. So she has to keep track of all the money and what it's used for. Tell us a little bit about your officers. We might have to rely on JC on this too. Go ahead, JC.
Our FFA treasurer is Whitney Boyer, and she does a really good job at making sure that all the money and all this stuff is where it needs to be. We also have Jason Groney and
he's stationed by the plow, I bet.
yeah, and Sabrina Juma. She's awesome. But our president was recently Connor Booth.
Okay.
And he did a really awesome job at keeping us online with all of our meetings and helping us through convention, like all the new kids. And he did an awesome job, I think, yeah.
Good. Also, I assume, Kate, you may be in the creed contest next year as a freshman. Is that correct?
Yes.
Because you have to learn the creed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's one thing about FFA. You get a lot of chances to be a public speaker, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Is that enjoyable?
Yeah. Pretty
You
much.
enjoy it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So did you do the creed?
I didn't compete in it, but I did learn the creed.
Yeah. It's quite a feat, isn't it?
It is a lot, yeah.
Yep. Also, when you're an officer, you have to learn your station, like the ear of corn and.
I did do parliamentary procedure, where that's like debating and stuff, and you have to learn all of those things. So
Yeah, like how to make amendments and the correct way to vote. Yeah, very interesting. Well, I would hope you both do well.
Thank you.
I think you will. And it's been a pleasure visiting with you. I learn something every year and every day, even at my young age.
Yeah.
So thanks for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
And good luck on show. Are you both in showmanship?
Yes.
Yeah. How about your pigs? Do you exercise them quite a bit?
Yeah. Almost every night.
We take
Every
them
night?
out either every morning or every night.
Yeah. And it's been tough this year, hasn't it? It's so
Yeah.
hot.
Yes, that's why we try to focus on the mornings when it's not as hot, because nighttime it's like 6 p.m. and it's still 91 degrees.
Yeah.
So.
And those pigs don't have sweat glands, do they?
No.
No.
So they have to cool themselves by breathing or getting in a mud puddle or something of that nature. Do you have a puddle or a mister for them?
We wash them
yeah.
after.
You wash them?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just as good.
Uh-huh.
Kind of have to be careful when you first start washing them if it's real hot, huh?
You just
Yeah.
have to let it come out of the hose, and then it's all right.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming, and as I say, good luck, and good luck at the convention next year.
Thank you.
And we'll try to get those ag instructors in on this radio program sometime. We might learn something from them.
You will.
Okay. All right. Well, you keep that Mr. Groney happy.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Real quick, what are your hours for the lemonade stand?
Oh, yes.
Our hours?
Like, is it through Friday, and it's just open during fair?
Yeah, it's gonna be open all the way till like Saturday.
Okay.
So what time in the morning do you open and close?
We open at like I think it's noon,
Okay.
noon to like 8 p.m. It stays up.
Okay.
It stays out really late. Yeah.
Okay. Pretty good lemonade, too.
Yep, have to go
We've had
try it.
that. It'll cool you off.
Well, thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, again, if you want to check out the FFA's lemonade stand, again, they open around noon, and then they're open all throughout the night here at the fair through Saturday. So, again, go check them out for their fundraising. Grandpa, anything else you want to add before we look at the schedule coming up?
No, one interesting thing is all these shows, if you would grab a short fair book or a flyer for most businesses in town, especially what Ryan just mentioned, the sponsors, you can find all the activities for the week, and there's some interesting activities. And it's fun to watch these young people show their livestock, and also, as you know, they had the Star Review Sunday, and that's always interesting. A lot of those girls get to go to state, and they're pretty talented.
Yeah, so always stuff to check out here as we've been talking about, just getting underway here at the Goshen County Fair. More events tonight. They've got a lot of the dog stuff coming up. 6:30 they'll have the 4-H Dog Agility Show at the Pavilion. They'll also have the Open Canine Costume Contest. That's at 6 o'clock. And, of course, that's all at the Pavilion. And then, of course, you got Fair Day coming up on Thursday. Plenty of events in between, so be sure to come check it out. Again, we'll be interviewing kids here, our local 4-H and FFA participants, all throughout the week at 10 o'clock and 1 o'clock, Monday through Friday. We'll just have one for you on Thursday, Goshen County Day, as we'll be at the parade, and then we'll have one at 1 o'clock. But we'd like to thank the sponsors that make these broadcasts possible. Our Goshen County Fair sponsors, brought to you in part by Brown Company, Clark & Associates, Dinklage Feed Yards, Double C Seeds, and Eastern Wyoming College. But that should do it for us today. Thanks, Grandpa, for coming in
You
with
bet.
us.
I'd like to mention one more thing, Ryan, is for like the static exhibits, what we call like art, photography, woods, and that type of thing from the 4-H kids. That 4-H building's going to be open Tuesday, August 30th, from 3 to 8. That's the first day. And then Wednesday, August 31st, it's from 9 to 8 p.m. And also the Ag Hall visiting hours are Tuesday, July 30th, and every day after that. So I think they're open at 9 to 8 each day.
Yes, all that stuff opens up tomorrow for you to go check out, so be sure to check it out. If you want to check out the whole fair schedule, you can find it on our website under 2024 Goshen County Fair. Just go to our website, goconow.com. For Ron Kaufman, I'm Ryan Cate. Thanks to Chris Jenkins back at the studio. We'll send it back to you at KERM.